High in the mountains of Washington state, there's a place called Ape Canyon. This remote and rugged area is known for its breathtaking beauty, with towering peaks and dense forests that stretch as far as the eye can see. But beyond its natural splendor, Ape Canyon holds a darker, more mysterious reputation. It's a rugged, beautiful area, but it's also shrouded in mystery. The mist that often blankets the forest adds an eerie atmosphere, making it the perfect setting for tales of the unknown. The locals have long whispered about the strange occurrences that happen here, stories that have been passed down through generations. Locals will tell you stories about strange creatures that roam these woods, creatures that stand taller than any man and vanish like smoke. They call them Bigfoot. These elusive beings are said to be covered in hair, with large, human-like footprints that have been found in the area. Sightings are rare, but those who have encountered them speak of an overwhelming sense of being watched. In the summer of 1924, Ape Canyon was the site of one of the most famous Bigfoot encounters ever recorded. This event has become a cornerstone of Bigfoot lore, drawing researchers and enthusiasts from all over the world. The story begins with a group of miners who ventured into the canyon in search of gold. A group of miners led by a man named Fred Beck claimed they were attacked by a group of these creatures. According to their account, the miners had been working in the canyon for several days when they began to notice strange noises and movements in the forest around them. One night, their camp was besieged by large, hairy creatures that hurled rocks and tried to break into their cabin. Their story is the stuff of legends, a terrifying tale of survival against impossible odds. The miners fought back, firing their guns at the creatures and managing to hold them off until dawn. When the sun finally rose, the creatures had vanished, leaving behind only large footprints and a shaken group of men who would never forget that night. Was it real, or was it just a tall tale, exaggerated around campfires? Skeptics argue that the miners' story was a fabrication, a way to explain the strange noises and shadows they encountered in the wilderness. Others believe that the miners truly encountered something extraordinary, something that defies explanation. That's what we're here to find out. We're not just interested in the legend, we're on a mission to uncover the truth. With modern technology and a team of dedicated researchers, we're delving into the heart of Ape Canyon to separate fact from fiction. We're diving deep into the heart of Ape Canyon, exploring the history, the evidence, and the stories that have captivated people for generations. We'll examine historical documents, interview experts, and trek through the dense forest in search of clues. Every piece of evidence, no matter how small, will bring us closer to understanding what really happened in 1924. Get ready, because we're about to face the unknown. The journey ahead is filled with uncertainty, but it's also brimming with the promise of discovery. Whether we find definitive proof or more questions, one thing is certain: the legend of Ape Canyon will continue to intrigue and inspire those who dare to seek the truth. It was July 1924, a time when the world was still recovering from the Great War, and the Roaring Twenties were in full swing. The air was thick with the promise of prosperity and adventure. Fred Beck and his fellow miners were working a claim in Ape Canyon, a remote and rugged area in the shadow of Mount St. Helens. They had been drawn to this isolated spot by tales of gold hidden deep within the earth. They were looking for gold, hoping to strike it rich and change their fortunes forever. Each day was a grueling test of endurance and hope as they sifted through dirt and rock, dreaming of that one big find. But they weren't alone in those woods. The dense forest, with its towering trees and shadowy undergrowth, seemed to harbor secrets of its own. The miners often felt an eerie presence, as if the forest itself was watching them. They had seen glimpses of something watching them, something large and hairy. At first they thought it might be a bear or some other wild animal, but the sightings became more frequent and unsettling. They dismissed it as their imaginations, but deep down, they knew that something wasn't right. The feeling of being watched grew stronger each day, and the miners couldn't shake the sense of impending danger. Then things took a terrifying turn. The forest, once a place of potential riches, became a place of fear. Strange noises echoed through the trees, and shadows seemed to move with a life of their own. One afternoon, while some of the miners were out working, something massive hurled rocks at their cabin. The sound of stones crashing against the wooden walls was deafening, and the miners inside scrambled for cover. The cabin was pelted with stones, each impact sending shudders through the structure. The miners could hear the rocks thudding against the walls and roof, and they knew that whatever was out there was powerful and relentless. The miners inside were terrified. They huddled together, their hearts pounding with fear as they tried to make sense of the attack. The sense of helplessness was overwhelming, and they knew they were at the mercy of an unknown force. They had no idea what was attacking them. The forest, once a place of promise, had become a nightmare. The miners peered out from the cabin windows, trying to catch a glimpse of their assailant, but all they saw were shadows and movement. Whatever it was strong, and it was angry. The miners knew they were facing something beyond their understanding, something that defied the natural order. The forest had revealed its dark side, and the miners were caught in its grip. As night fell, the attacks intensified. The miners huddled inside their cabin, listening to the sounds of heavy footsteps circling outside. They were trapped, with no way to escape. They were armed with rifles, but they were outmatched. Gunshots rang out in the darkness. But the creature, or creatures, kept coming. They were relentless. The miners were fighting for their lives. The air was thick with fear. They knew that if they didn't do something, they weren't going to make it out of there alive. Finally, as dawn approached, the attacks stopped. The exhausted miners waited until the sun was fully up, then cautiously emerged from their battered cabin. They were shaken, but alive. The creatures were gone, vanished back into the forest. They gathered their belongings and fled. They left everything behind. They didn't stop running until they reached the safety of the nearby town. They told their story to anyone who would listen. Some people believed them, others thought they were crazy. News of the Ape Canyon incident spread like wildfire. Newspapers across the country picked up the story. Some people dismissed it as a hoax, a publicity stunt, but others weren't so sure. The miners were adamant about what they had seen. They were experienced outdoorsmen. They knew the difference between a bear and something else, something unknown. The Ape Canyon incident ignited the public's fascination with Bigfoot. It became a defining chapter in Bigfoot lore, a tale that continues to be told and retold to this day. Section 6. Bigfoot, myth or reality? For centuries, stories about giant hairy creatures have been a part of folklore around the world. In the Pacific Northwest, Native American tribes have passed down legends of a creature they call Sasquatch, a powerful being that roams the forests. Could these legends be based on something real? Is Bigfoot a real creature, a missing link in human evolution? Or is it simply a product of our imaginations? There have been countless sightings of Bigfoot over the years, but no definitive proof has ever been found. But the lack of evidence hasn't stopped people from searching. Section 7. The search for evidence. From blurry photographs to mysterious footprints, there have been many attempts to prove the existence of Bigfoot. Some researchers believe that Bigfoot is a type of great ape, while others speculate that it could be a descendant of an extinct human ancestor. Despite decades of research and investigation, the mystery of Bigfoot remains unsolved, but the search continues. New technologies are being used to investigate Bigfoot sightings, and scientists are analyzing DNA samples in the hopes of finding a breakthrough. Will we ever know for sure? Only time will tell. Section 8. The enduring mystery. The story of Ape Canyon is a reminder that there are still mysteries in this world that we can't explain. It's a story that captures our imaginations and makes us wonder what else might be lurking in the shadows. Whether you believe in Bigfoot or not, there's no denying the power of this enduring legend. It's a story that has been passed down through generations, and it continues to fascinate us today. Ape Canyon stands as a testament to the unknown, a place where the line between myth and reality blurs. Section 9. What really happened? So, what really happened in Ape Canyon back in 1924? The story has intrigued and mystified people for nearly a century. It all began with a group of miners who ventured into the dense, shadowy forests of Washington state, seeking fortune and adventure. Did Fred Beck and his miners really encounter a group of Bigfoot? According to their accounts, they were attacked by large, ape-like creatures that hurled rocks at their cabin, leaving them terrified and desperate for escape. The miners' story spread like wildfire, capturing the imagination of the public. Or was it something else entirely? Some skeptics argue that the miners might have mistaken local wildlife or even other humans for the mysterious creatures. Others suggest it could have been a hoax or a case of mass hysteria. The truth remains elusive. We may never know the full story, The dense fog of time and the lack of concrete evidence make it difficult to separate fact from fiction. Yet, the legend persists, growing richer with each retelling. But one thing is for sure, the legend of Ape Canyon continues to captivate our imaginations. It serves as a reminder of the wild, untamed nature of our world and the mysteries that still lie hidden within its depths, and remind us that there are still mysteries in this world that we may never solve. The story of Ape Canyon is more than just a tale of strange creatures. It's a reflection of our own curiosity and the human desire to explore the unknown. And that's what makes this story so compelling. It's a story that invites us to question, to wonder, and to imagine what might be lurking just beyond the edge of our understanding. It's a story about our relationship with the unknown, our willingness to believe in the extraordinary, and our endless quest for answers. The tale of Ape Canyon is a testament to the enduring power of myth and legend, our fear of the dark, the primal fear that something unseen and unknown might be watching us from the shadows. This fear is as old as humanity itself, and it continues to haunt us, and our fascination with creatures that lurk just beyond the edge of our understanding. The mystery remains. What do you believe? Is it a tale of truth, a product of imagination, or something in between? The story of Ape Canyon invites us to explore these questions and more. Add comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure to hit that notification bell to be notified of new videos. Thank you for watching Bigfoot Encounters.